Dear students, here we will learn a simple bit of grammar. Okay, now the grammar is clause, clause, clause. There are different kinds of clause, and here we will learn two important kinds of clause. You can just see here, I will just write it. Hope you understand. Right, we see two clause. One is a noun clause, N-O-U-N, noun C-L-A-U-S-E, noun clause, and another one relative clause, L-E-L-A-T-I-V-E, relative, C-L-A-U-S-E. So we will study about these two clauses, okay, noun clause and relative clause. Now we will just read those example sentences, then you will understand. You see here two examples are given. The first one, when Ashok was a child, his father Shankar Rathod, a fisherman, regretted that his daughter and older son had dropped out of school. So you see here that his daughter and older son had dropped out of school. Now this particular sentence is bolden. Now it is in the bold letter. Okay, right. Now we will move on to second sentence. They would steal or pick up fish that had fallen from the baskets to sell and make easy money. So here you see this sentence after that is bolden. Now it is in the bold letter. Okay, right. Now one thing you understand, for noun clause, okay, I'll just write it here. For noun clause, N-O-U-N, noun clause or relative clause, relative clause, we use the conjunction that, T-H-A-T. We use this conjunction that. Okay, now if you see anything that is followed by that, which means it's a clause. Okay, but it is a similarity. We use that for these two clauses, noun clause and relative clause. Okay, but there is a change. What? Sorry, just a minute. If you see what is dissimilarity, what is the difference, is that here in the first one is a noun clause. I told you the first sentence is a noun clause, N-O-U-N, noun clause. Why we say noun clause? Because noun clause answers a question what. Okay, you see here, when Ashok was a child, his father Rathod, a fisherman, regretted what? Okay, so what did Ashok's father Shankar Rathod, a fisherman, regret when Ashok was a child? Okay, that his daughter and son, older son, had dropped out of the school. So in noun clause we have this sentence that, so and so. Okay, so it comes after the verb. Okay, if you come to the relative clause, what happens here? You see second one is a relative clause, R-E-L-A-T-I-V-E, relative clause. Okay, what is the difference between a relative clause and noun clause? A relative clause describes a noun, fish. They would steal or pick up fish. What kind of fish? That had fallen from the table, from basket, a fish that fall from the basket. Okay, that is a kind of fish. So this one had taken from basket. This one describes what kind of fish it is. Okay, here in the noun clause the whole sentence describes about this sentence, main clause, whereas here in the second one, the relative clause that had fallen from the basket, it describes about only one word, one noun, that is fish. Okay, that is the difference between noun clause and relative clause. I'll just give you some kind of easy format so that you can understand. Okay, so for noun clause, very simple. So for noun clause, N-O-U-N, for noun C-L-A-U-S. What is the format of a noun clause? Here we have a sentence. Okay, sentence, C-N-T-E-N-C-E, sentence. Okay, then we in the sentence we have what kind of word? We have verb, that is a reporting verb. Then we have that. Okay, noun clause. Okay, very simple. In the noun clause always follows, noun clause always follows a verb. So verb plus that. If you see this form, it is a noun clause. Okay, whereas relative class, instead of verb we have a noun plus that. If you have noun plus that, it is relative clause. If you have verb plus that, then it is a noun clause. Okay, so example I'll give for noun clause. For noun clause, okay, I said that we could play football. Now it's answering my question. What I said? What I said that we could play football. Okay, so noun clause, because here that follows a verb, reporting verb, that. Okay, one example. Second example I'll give you. Second example, I was sad that I failed. Okay, now here sad is not a noun. Sad is actually an adjective. Okay, now what is important is I was, my state of being. Okay, I was what? I was sad that I failed. So this one is describing the whole thing. Okay, so it's a noun clause now here. Okay, right, now we'll move on to the relative clause, how it looks like. Relative clause, relative, relative, relative clause. Okay, now unlike the noun clause, relative clause comes after a noun. Okay, so noun, noun plus that. It's a relative clause form. Okay, right. I'll just give you an example. My pen, that is in green, was stolen. Okay, that's in green color, we can say. Okay, green color, no space, and therefore I just have written green. Okay, my pen, now that is in green color, so this one comes after the noun pen. Okay, so this is a relative clause. So this clause describes my pen. Okay, how is my pen? My pen is green. Okay, now most relative clause will answer the question how. If you ask this question after the noun, then it is going to answer how is my pen? My pen is green. Okay, another example I will give for relative clause. Relative clause, relative, relative clause. Okay, then just a minute. Another example for the relative clause, relative, relative clause. Okay, another example I'll give. Second example, my key, that was on the table, is missing. Okay, yes, my key that was on the table is missing. So here that was on the table actually describes my key. Where was my key? My key was on the table. Okay, so this one describes the noun, and therefore it's a relative clause. So relative clause, as I told you, always comes after noun plus that. If you see noun plus that, then that's a relative clause. Okay, now we'll go back to the book and we will see some of the examples that are given. Okay, so now here you see, say whether that clause in the sentence below are noun or relative clause. Okay, I will do everything, then you are supposed to write 5 sentences for relative clause and 5 for the noun clause. Okay, listen well. Right, first one, my school team that was selected for the national games. My school team that was selected for the national games had dropped out. Now team, here team is a noun. Okay, so this clause that actually describes this noun, my school team. Okay, so which means it's a relative clause or relative clause. Second one, the footballer said that he had been working hard to reach his goal. The footballer said, you see here, it is a verb. Said is a verb, and therefore it is a noun clause, n. Third one, the stadium that is being built in front of my house will be completed by next year. So that is being built, this sentence, this clause comes after a noun, and therefore it is a what? It's a relative clause. Fifth one, the teacher found that his students were showing interest in playing kabaddi. So this clause, that clause comes after what? Verb, found. Okay, and therefore it is a noun clause. Okay, sixth one, that the girls won the match was a miracle. So that the girls won the match was a miracle. What type of clause it is? It is a bit strange. Okay, so it is a noun clause. Okay, the girls won the match, that was a miracle. Okay, it was a miracle that the girls won. Okay, it's a noun clause actually. Then seventh one, the sports equipments that the boys took are to be recorded in the register. So the sports equipment that the boys took, here the boys took. Okay, now the boys took, it's a clause. Okay, it refers what? Sports equipment, and therefore it is a relative clause because it talks about noun. Okay, hope you understand. You have to go through, I'll also send you a link of clause. You have to go through everything. Okay, right, thank you, have a nice day.